But I feel like it might be Skellige o'clock. In which case, there is a man over in this place, I think. This bar. He's willing to send us over there for, what was it, like 1,000 rounds? You. Alright, so we probably do want to save before doing this. And I was kind of just keeping a mental note to myself, trying to think of what level we end up being when we do make our way over to Skellige. Because, let's look at the main quest. It's technically listed as 16, and we are currently 21. I was thinking if we could have gotten to 22, that would have been amazing, but obviously we're quite close, but not quite there yet. If we were to do like one more quest, we might be able to make it happen. Or if we just had other difficult enemies to fight, they were worth a lot of experience. But we just don't really have any of those other than Witcher contracts that are way out of our league, or that level 29 treasure hunt, and treasure hunts tend not to give us much in the way of experience. So I think that was mostly just you know, a little thought I had in the back of my mind, a little challenge to myself. See how high level we could be before we went over. But
you're back. Got the coin.
That we do. I mean, 1,000 coins, it's not as much as it used to be, or at least, you know, like we have, what I mean is relative to our total amount of coins, it's a much smaller fraction now. Like, there was a point in time where this was giving away this guy almost all of our savings. At that point in time, I was like, what? 1,000? Are you crazy? Now it's like, okay, it's maybe 1/15th, maybe even as low as 1/20th of our total coin count, so it doesn't feel like it's as big of a deal. But still, reason enough to not want to be making this trip between the two sections all that frequently. I don't know if once we go to Skellige, if we can just turn right around and come back whenever we want. We may not be able to do that, or it might be free for all I know. But if it is 1,000 coins each time we travel back and forth, then we would like to minimize the amount of trips back and forth. So I think we did a lot, I mean a lot of things in Novigrad and Belen. I mean, we spent, I don't know how long there. It felt like approximately one lifetime. Let's give it a shot. Let's do it.
Here.
We get experience from going. Oh, that was almost enough right there.
Hefty sack. Like a bottles. When do we sail?
Not sure you're ready. You can barely stand.
Ooh.
Know this, stranger. Captain Wolverston never sails sober. The sea goes one way, Wolverston the other. Makes the rocking bearable. So, ready to set sail?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure there's much else for us to do here, as we were just saying, so I think we head out. I think we do it.
Let's go.
First, must drink to the wind, to good fortune, and to the strength of my Atropos.
Okay, you say so.
Anchors away.
So do we just, like, teleport there? Or do we spend months at sea? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Something tells me something's not gonna go well on this trip. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Oh. We did hear about pirates and other bad things happening in the Skellige area, and maybe that's what's happening right now. Does seem like perhaps the case, because something tells me those people that we just slice and half with a sword are not friendly. Destination Skellige. Defeat the pirates. Indeed. Maybe that's why this was listed as a level 16 quest. And look at that. We aren't at Skellige yet, and we did in fact get experience from that. So we are now level 22. So mission accomplished. Sort of. Just leveled up on the high seas. Actually, if we look at the world map, where does it show us as being? Is that Skellige? I think so, because I don't recognize this place. I do not recognize this place. That is not Velen or Novigrad. And one other thing I was curious about was just size-wise. I mean, Velen was ginormous. And a lot of it was, or at least part of it was the northern section that is technically affiliated with the DLC, it seems. That was perhaps giving the perception it was a little bit bigger than it really is, but part of me feels like I'm a little bit relieved to see that it doesn't seem as though it's as big. Otherwise, yeah, I feel like we never, ever finish this game. But anyways, as for the matter at hand here, first we need to hear the pirates. One down. Try you. That guy just... Oh, I thought there was a person just sitting there doing precisely nothing. Like, you might want to help. Oh, we did also level up so we can spend skill point. I think that's our friend. We did not kill everyone. So we're at the Skellige Isles. Hard Skellige, is that one of the names of the specific isles? Also, I'm pretty sure I'm crashing into that rock. Not a good thing. They did say that, lots of shipwrecks as well. That many people wanted to conquer Skellige, but it never ended up happening because it's such a gruesome place. Between the pirates and stormy seas and the rocks, people tend not to get there so easily. Is that Sucrus? No. Thought I recognized the attire. Well, maybe that's just standard Skellige stuff. Hello?
Back off or I'll kill you.
I'm not afeard of dying.
Is that so? You're all corpses much. Or you're a clan of the crate. I don't know what that means. I feel like this is pretty confrontational, whereas this is not. Let's try playing nice for the first person from Skellige that we meet. Or at least on Skellige. You know what I mean. We have run into Skelligers in the past, but just not here.
See, I've landed on Ord Skellig.
How you figure that?
Okay, that must be
You're
the names
wearing
of one
clan on
specific
crate
islands.
colors. Ord Skellig's their island.
On the Atropos, were you?
Yeah, thought the captain had a deal with you.
With us? Meaning who exactly? Might have arranged something with Lugos, but crack? Nay. Clearly should have, though. Outlander ships aren't welcome in these waters. What about you? What do you seek in Skellige, eh?
Agreed to meet a sorceress here. Yennefer of Vengerberg. She's supposed to be on Ord Skellig.
Oh, so we're in the right place.
Wetcha Kertrolda. Croc's guest. Could be the one you're meeting.
Okay. What's the matter? You don't like her? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, you did refer to her as a witch. Maybe that's what Geralt's going off of.
That scorn I hear in your voice.
You've
Or the tone
good
of voice.
ears. Folks say this witch got Croc wrapped around her finger. Orders everyone about. Word is she's vicious at it. But a hag's a hag.
I mean, ordering people around does sound like Yennefer. So, probably.
Seen her? Know what the sorceress looks like?
Aye. Wears black and white. If not for her tits, you'd think she was a beached orca. Fact is, even those who see her for a wench would gladly push her out to sea, tits and all.
Yeah, I mean, please stop speaking of her like that.
What's your name?
Steingrim.
Well, Steingrim, I don't like you. In fact, I feel like slapping you.
Go ahead, Drifter. You try.
Okay. Okay. Probably should have tried to play it nice a little bit longer. You get a little bit of useful information out of you. But it seems as though every Skelliger just wants to fight and then
Best finish
is fine
me
talking
now,
afterward.
Cause you'll be fucked once I catch my breath.
Is that so?
It was a good fight. That's enough for now.
Of course, referring to Supers as
Know the
well.
way to Kertrolda.
Probably.
Expect I'll find it.
Head north. Then turn west towards the bay before you come to the bridge. You'll find the Jarl port site today. Your sorceress ought to be there too.
Thanks. So long.
Trofast. Kind of glad to see that Trofast did not participate in that fight there. That is obviously a place of power there. Those don't look friendly, though. Those are presumably some kind of draconids, but not a kind we've seen
Place
before.
of power. Should draw from it.
Kind of don't want to draw their attention too much, you know what I mean? Is that one about to see us? Either way, we've leveled up a couple times, but yeah, you're flying all over the place right now. In fact, that's just their shadows. Yeah, I mean, that's presumably, I mean, that might even be our boat. Probably has some loot next to it. Let's cash in our skill points. Then we'll check out some Skellige stuff. I'm excited. Oh, we got a new spot. That's big. That is big. And, might affect what we opt to go for here. Let's see. So, one thing that I do remember you guys were saying a long time ago, back when we were first using the crossbow, was that you were saying that there are many more uses for the crossbow, especially once you get to Skellige, and you rely on it much more heavily. So I do wonder if slowing down time more while aiming the crossbow could be useful, so that way we can more easily take out numerous enemies with it. Because that is one thing about it, is it is quite slow. I mean, when we're on land, we don't really want to be using it because the damage is horrendous, but when we're in the water, there have been a few occasions on which we've had multiple drowners swarming us, and I've thought that it would be really nice if we could load a little bit more quickly and fire. That way we could get rid of everyone before they get the chance to get to us. And if I recall, you were saying that it's not just drowners we're going to run into here. So for that reason, this is feeling like it could start to become more relevant. Otherwise, each bolt that hits its target adds adrenaline points. That I'm not terribly interested in. How close are we to being able to unlock the next row? We need 6. This would be 3 if we were to fully upgrade the lightning reflexes. Crits for the strong attacks. If I use them more often, I'd say yes, maybe. But I just really don't. Let's check the alternatives. For signs, improve Ard. I don't really love upgrading Ard. We still have one more Igni armor melt that we could go for. Then we'd be all set with that. Other than that, how close are we to getting here? Oh, we only need 3 more for the next row in signs. That's tempting. Go a little bit further there. What else do we have for Axii? Well, this is the alternate mode where we make people our allies rather than stunning them. About alternate Yrden. Damages and slows enemies. Oh, damages with the Yrden, really? Destroys projectiles passing through. That's maybe on some occasions that could be helpful. Feel like said we needed 3. Maybe we go with 1 more Igni. I feel like this is kind of a throwaway because I'm not that interested in the alternate signs. So maybe just a far-reaching Ard for 1, and then probably our next level as well, or at least our next sign upgrade next, in order to unlock the next row. I'm assuming the next row is good. Ard intensity, is it just intensity for everything? Just make it stronger? I mean, that's not a terrible thing. What's the last ring? I remember the reflect damage from Quen you guys are saying is really good. Enemies under the influence of Yrden lose 10 points of vitality or essence per second. Okay. Increases the chance of applying burning. Shockwave. Huh. That sounds cool. I mean, that's a long ways away, so I don't think we should be planning around that. But let's try 1 more Igni armor melt. Because that has been helpful, I think, to have that as an option. I mean, we should get a new ability, though, right? Oh, we can... So we have the new slot. We can throw the far-reaching Ard in there. We can do that. And that means we, technically speaking, want to put Ard there to improve the sign intensity. Throw our mutagen there, then we'll throw the miscellaneous one. Which one was it that we were using? Was it Survival Instinct or no, I think Gourmet? Throw that in here. Okay. That's a little bit better. It means that leading off with an Igni is even more effective now. Weaken people's armor. Ooh. Oh, and we are encumbered. Uh-oh. We probably should have sold a bunch of junk before we headed off, because we do have a bunch of just, like, random maces. Yeah. I think that's clearly the thing that we should drop here, would be these guys. Would have been nice to have the chance to sell them, yes. What is this? Blunt sword. Is this what we were using with Dandelion? I mean, it's not that heavy, but it has basically no value at all. Let's just dump a few of these, because I'm expecting we're going to want to loot some more things around here. Wait, what? Okay, this one's level 23. I was going to say, how does this have more damage than our current sword? I was quite confused for a minute there. Let's just drop a few more, give us a little more wiggle room. It might be that the chestplate that we just picked up is really heavy and not very valuable. That could certainly also be a thing. It is worth something, though. It's technically even higher armor than what we have equipped right now. It is heavy armor, so we probably don't want to use it. But I'm guessing, now that we are on Skellige, we might find some new and interesting things here, like dumplings. I mean, that's not really new, but it is interesting. Let's save. I want to see what level these guys are. I want to see if we can fight them. Might mean our death. It very well may. There's only one way to know for sure, though. Moss. What are you? 13. Not bad. That's a siren? That's a siren? What? I thought it was a dragon. Ah. Hold on. What do we know about sirens? What do we know about sirens? I don't even know what category they technically fall into. Are they curse? Are they hybrids? They're hybrids. Okay, so the answer is hybrid oil. Hard to knock them down, and then Igni. Okay. So let's see. Throw on the hybrid oil. They should be fightable at this point. Level 13 is not bad. Hybrid oil. I like the new music as well. I'm digging it. Okay. Hybrid oil, where are you though? Hoping that this is not one of our weaker ones. It is. Okay, only 10% increased attack power. That's unfortunate. But at least in theory, these enemies shouldn't be too difficult. Put the Quen back on. Would like to hard you down, ideally. Otherwise, could be, yeah, a little bit tough to knock you down. And the rest of them are coming, it would seem. I missed on the Ard. That is unfortunate. I saw that. But that did not have enough range. Here was criticizing the range on the Ard, and yet probably helped me out there. Did manage to get you that time. Okay, we gotta hurry. Oh, hurry over to it while it's down there. There we go. It seems one hit will knock them down. No, girl, you probably want to keep that drawn. I'm curious what loot we get from them there. Oh, Siren Vocal Cords? That's a little bit grim. Water Essence, okay. Lots of Blood Moss. I suppose that makes some sense. Is this lootable? No? Thought I saw something else over there that was lighting up. Maybe not. Roach just chilling. Glad to see the Roach was able to successfully make the journey over, though. I have a feeling that in the future I'm also going to continue to mix up the sirens with actual dragons. At least from afar, they look alarmingly similar. Okay, nice try. I'm pretty sure we just decapitated you. And we, of course, have not yet... Or, that was our first siren that we were fighting just minutes ago. Was it a monster nest? Is it a siren monster nest? That would explain a lot, I suppose. What a siren monster nest looks like. It's actually on the ship, seemingly. How do we get up there? That means they may continue to respawn. Well, what I was getting at was that could perhaps be an opportunity for us to craft some more things. We did not have access to those things before. And looting this stuff. Ooh, we could use this, I think. Skellige, its history and geography. I don't think we've read this before. Skellige, the political entity, encompasses the archipelago of the same name, composed of 20 individual islands. The largest of them are Ard Skellige, which is where we currently are, on Skellig, Unvik, Faro, name of an actual island, IRL, Spikerud, and Hindersfjall. Originally, these isles were inhabited by independent clans, but these later united to face the growing threat of barbarians as well as the rising powers of the continent. Skellige then became an elective monarchy, ruled by a king chosen from among the Jarls, clan chieftains. The present leader of the Skelligers is Bron of Clan Tursich. Okay, we were hearing what? Hearing a different name before. So it sounds like basically each individual isle / clan will have its own leader, its Jarl, and then among those Jarls they pick the king that rules the entire archipelago. It's worth noting that in contrast to the situation in the kingdoms on the continent, in Skellige each inhabitant is a citizen and enjoys equal rights, regardless of birth, trade, or the property they possess. Does that include Jarls and kings? On account of the rocky and often barren terrain and inhospitable climate, inhabitants of Skellige gain their sustenance primarily from fishing, maritime trade, and armed raiding. Though this last is primarily the work of men, female warriors are not unheard of, and they equal their fathers and brothers in courage and skill. For Skelligers, belief that each is a master of his or her own fate, and when Freya determines a man or woman's destiny, she looks only to inner predispositions, and cares not for outward traits of status or sex. Okay. Ooh. Whoa, did we just pick up a diamond as well? I mean, I just kind of zoomed through that, but I think there was some good stuff there. Yes, I think certainly good thing that we made a point of checking this place out. Some orans. We actually have not seen much in the way of orans. We've been working mostly in crowns. Where is the actual nest?
Siren Den. Gotta ruin it for them.
This could make more show up, of course. It is sometimes the case.
How you like that silver?
Yup. Now one of them. I can't really see it from this angle, though. Well, that does not say siren. That says something other than siren. Also, the stairs kind of mess us up there. What the heck is wrong with you? You look like you were, doing some funky stuff for a second there. Still took you out. But that is a slightly different enemy there, I think. Still gives siren vocal cords, seashells. Oh, is this? No, this is actually, I think what we got from destroying the nest. That would make more sense, I think. Also, this chest here. And yes, I think important for us to have dropped those other things earlier, because this stuff will start to weigh us down a bit. It seems as though the loot from the monster that we just fought was actually something that fell down here. This hurts us. I'm not gonna be happy. Okay, good. For here. Oh, we get a mutagen from that, and lock of Lamia hair. Okay. Sure. How is the place of power? Is there anything else over here on this little mini island? Ooh, yes, there is. Yes, indeed, there is. Still buckthorn, even here. Silver. Okay, we don't really know if these waters, if we swim out to them, if they have more dangerous things than drowners. We know there are certainly sirens, as we just saw. Let's see. take a close look at our map here. That is theoretically the place we're going for. A lot of ground to cover. This isn't far. I think, of course, there is that question of what do we prioritize? What do we go for first? I think what we found in the past is typically whenever you at least make a little bit of progress with the main quest, that does open up a lot more side quests. So I think it is, technically speaking, more efficient for us to at least do a little bit of the main quest before we start going and exploring in full. So I'm thinking we probably do at least head in this direction next. And if we encounter things along the way, then sure. But I'm thinking we probably hold off on going to other locations for now, although we do start out with this fast travel location. That is nice. Convenient. Also, that question we were posing earlier is to, will we be able to go straight back to Novigrad and Bellin or anywhere else immediately upon going to Skellige? Well, the answer to that question...
Medallion's humming. Place of power.
I mean,
It's
we
gotta
already
be.
drew from it? Or if you want to allow me to... Okay, well, I mean, we can still increase the sign intensity of Ackley. Sure. I guess we'll take this as well. Yeah, I suspect that we... I mean, look at all the broken ships here. I suspect we can probably make some interesting things. Excuse us as we slide back down into the water. We're getting some pretty solid crafting materials here. You have seen better days. That heavy mace, I'm thinking we probably don't want to actually pick up because it's probably a little too heavy for us. What to hold on to right now? Yeah, that's what that is. Repair kits, though, we'll take those. Battle axe, probably hold off on that as well. As for you, that's the captain, in case that wasn't clear. So, as it turns out, I guess the price didn't matter much. Got a refund of sorts. I already did that one. Sorry, Captain. Oh, more meteorite ore. Yeah, sure thing. Got lots of goodies here. What is that? That's just a... Okay, gotcha. That's the ship. Okay. So, let's take a quick look at our alchemy here. See what we can create. Because, like you guys were saying, there are some things that we need to make the materials for. I don't know if vitriol... I mean, we need white gold for so many things. And I don't know necessarily how we make that. Look at it. It's the ingredient for everything. But I don't think we know how to make it. Nothing here. Anything with the new siren parts? Ooh, perhaps? Cockatrice stomach. I think we might have picked that up a long time ago. Also, Rubido. Okay. We only have one of those. I'm a little bit hesitant to commit to this right now in case there are other things we might want to upgrade instead. Auctions. Ooh, yes. This is one of the mutagens that we just picked up. What does this one do? Performing actions that consume stamina regenerates vitality. That's nifty. I bet there's some really creative things you could do with that. This is, in my Path of Exile brain going, there is an item in Path of Exile that does basically exactly that. And it has the potential to be extremely powerful. At least in that other completely different game, but anyways. Doesn't seem as though, well, we can create Rubido, but it costs a freaking white gull. How do we make white gulls? That's what we need. And other crafting stuff, but of course we can't do any of that at the moment. Still something that's lootable over here. From someone that we took out, a monster, seems. Oh, is it just we dropped all of our maces? That's what it is. That's our stuff. Okay. Roach, I think we
Go.
hit the road now. And we head in the general direction of the main quest, and we probably do make that one of the first things that we attend to here. If we run into anything along the way, then we'll certainly wouldn't say no to it. I'm not sure what we're going to run into. Of course, could find different types of wild animals and general enemies in this area here.
Whoa there, Roach.
These are just goats. We didn't actually see
Giddy
goats
up.
before. That's actually new. Maybe even different kinds of herbs, who knows?
That's it, Roach.
Definitely something over there. Can't quite tell what. But I'm thinking we more or less stick to the path for now.
Not so fast, Roach.
There's definitely something there. Like I said, I think,
Move it.
generally speaking, we've found that it is most efficient for us.
Come on now.
Something over here. To do at least a little bit of the main quest before we start venturing off to do other things. There's some things that just don't show up until you've done a little bit of the main quest.
Take it easy.
Sound like wolves. The wolves can vary a lot in level. And of course, in this new location, I have no idea what level these would be. The people, though. Let's see. Ooh, Arnaria. Okay, that's not bad. Some guards. On crate. Okay, that's the group we were hearing about before. I'm guessing you guys are like the guards we saw in previous locations, that you would not be happy if we were to start stealing things.
What do you want from me?
I don't know. Just wanted to talk with a Skellige.
He's Smith.
Right?
Look at there. Best nurse some mead at the tavern.
I mean, we could check, but I don't think this would end well. You may not have noticed. Oh, that guy's there as well. Not sure I want to test our luck just yet. I think we hold off for now. Just in case. Whoa. Hello, messenger.
Greetings.
You don't appear to be sending a message to us. By the looks of things. Let's get Roach back. More... Those look like bandits who have already seen us. Okay. Alright. Oh, spears. We've not seen many enemies with spears before. I suppose, yes, bandits do exist on Skellige as well. Probably should have expected as much. First one was level 14. This one's 16, or 13 actually. That one's 16 there. Okay, we'll follow up a little bit more of this. Excuse you. Don't you be from behind like that. Coal. Okay. That is, I think, crafting ingredient that we've needed on some occasions. Okay, there's definitely something over here. But I don't really want to do it yet. Or at least... Okay, maybe it's just a way to loop around to the main path. Not actually that special after all. Ooh, you do have explosives. Actually, maybe don't stand right next to it. Did we read into that is totally a swallow? Or at least looks just like the symbols that we were seeing before when we were trying to follow Siri? Let's actually tell you what, we should read up on the main quest here, of course, because we were making a point of going here. The search for Siri had taken Yennefer to the wind-swept Skellige Isles. That is to say, lest your mind fill with visions of our elegant sorceress shivering on some barren rock, it had taken her to a suite of comfortable rooms near Herr Trollde Castle on the Isle of Ard Skellig. Geralt was to join her there, and thus set off to the port in Novigrad, where he hoped to find a captain bold enough to brave the pirate-infested waters en route. I mean, we know how that ended. After much searching, Geralt found such a man. Honestly, it wasn't very difficult to find him. It was more so the question of what happened after we found him. A certain Captain Wolverstone had agreed to sail to Skellige. Whether he was an abnormally brave or abnormally stupid person is unknown. The vodka he gulped in buckets could have enhanced either quality. We can also hope it helped soothe his nerves when, to no one's surprise, pirates attacked the ship off the archipelago's shores. Geralt was thrown overboard during the tussle and awoke face down in the Skellige sand. Okay, so teach that guy a lesson was actually one of the main quest objectives. Okay, fine. We found the boat, we paid the fee, and then recovered that fee when we found the captain's corpse. Then we sailed and, well, fought the pirates, and then we taught that guy a lesson. Now we're headed to the port. Okay. There's your overview of what we're looking at. Let's head on over, though. I still want to go kind of slowly. Keep an eye out for other stuff. Won't actively seek it out much. But, well, we're coming up on something already. Just mushrooms there. Wait! Mushrooms! No, I was actually referring to the establishment up there. Also curious to see, just generally speaking, how different Skellige looks compared to places we've been already. White Orchard, Velen, Novigrad, Ema, briefly.
Come on.
Supposedly it is very rocky, and I'm getting that feeling a bit here, but also cold and snowy, windy. There's apparently a trader right here. Oh, tell you what, we would like to sell a bunch of junk.
Greetings. Looking to buy?
They will also look different from all the traders that we saw in previous locations.
Show me your wares.
Okay, ooh, what are these? The Lonesome World Guide to Ard Skellig. Reading this guidebook will unlock certain fast travel points. Oh, that's nifty. Ard Skellig, on Skellig. Basically all the islands. I don't know, I mean, they are pretty expensive. 100, 300, 200, 200. Guessing that's because if we're on Ard Skellig right now, right? I would kind of like to just pull up our map and see which island is the biggest. Is this one the biggest? I think it was, right? So I feel like I'd probably prefer to just explore ourselves, and we'll find the fast travel locations when we do, and we don't need to pay extra coins for that. You are also selling... Ooh, not only are you selling meteorite, relatively cheaply at that, but also dimeridium, and that's a little bit tougher to find from the odd trader. And you only have 200 coins right now, which is not a lot. We definitely have a lot of things on hand right now that we would like to offload. I'm thinking... Let's actually sell the... Well, I'm gonna say these ones might be a little bit more valuable than the normal or common rarity items, but that's not really the case. At least there's so little difference. Sell the junk. It's also like potentially the stuff we could break down into components, but we've done a fair bit of that as of late. How is this stronger than our current steel sword? It is, though. Our sword does have a lot of damage come from the crit. So, I think it's a little misleading. Though that is perhaps an indication that, yeah, our steel sword is only level 15? Wow. Yeah, there definitely will be opportunity to upgrade that. No question. I think that I'm still not a huge fan of that one. Yes, the raw damage is better, sure, but other stuff, not so much. Like the blade from the bits has higher damage and higher crit, or the same crit hit damage bonus, but doesn't have the same 5% crit chance. Only has one crafting spot. Were we always using the steel sword? Were we using this before? I feel like we were. That might be why our sword looks so trash right now. Or this. We were absolutely using this. Yeah, we are definitely not using the correct steel sword right now. Also, the trader only has 8 coins right now, so I think we actually will want to buy some of the valuable crafting materials, and that way we can sell more junk to him. Let's start out with the meteorite, because it's a little bit cheaper. Not buy all of it just yet. See, how much can we sell, say, like, these big chest plates for? This one is worth something. Not a ton, though. So... Yeah, let's just buy a little bit of the meteorite. And then we'll see what else we can offload to give ourselves a little more wiggle room weight-wise. I think definitely the chest plates. Let's dump you. Dump you. We actually can't dump you. Okay, so there you have it. We'll purchase another meteorite ingot. Turning into more of a barter than an actual sell. Just basically trading our junk gear for your crafting materials, which is not a bad thing. This could go. We have a couple rounds of fancy gear. Dress attire. We may be able to sell a little bit of that, but we have a little bit of coins remaining. So we're running out of cheap stuff to sell besides this blunt sword here. It's not really doing us much good. I suppose this is maybe something we should just break down into components, because it's worth basically nothing to us if we were to resell it. Any other... Oh, this we could sell. And do get additional attack power from these gloves, but I think we have a lot of things. I think a lot of gear now that we just haven't been able to find good level gear when we were in Novigrad, because I think we just started getting to be a higher level than most of the enemies we were facing. So I'm hoping that we will find a lot of stuff we can improve now that we're at Skellige. I do feel like we perhaps want to dump some of this fancy stuff. It does have a little bit of weight to it, not a ton, but it's something. We'll get rid of one set of it, because like I said, we have two, so sure. Technically speaking, we should be keeping the ones that have more durability, I guess. And not exactly expecting us to be fighting much in that attire, but you never know. Could even sell more of our junk stuff. And by junk stuff, I mean not the items that are actually technically labeled junk. I mean, like, alcohol that we are never actually going to use. Because we accumulated a fair amount of that already. Even though we sold some not so long ago. But okay, that gets you down to just 13. And we actually have some horse stuff that we could sell. Because we have exactly the same blinders right now. So, perhaps reason to purchase another meteorite ingot, though I think we have, for the most part, done what we set out to do here. Getting rid of some of our junk. I mean, we could even turn right around, pick up all the maces that we dropped, and sell those. I don't think that's necessarily something we need to do right now, because
So long.
I said it before, but those things basically grow on trees.